morning class. We were discussing about the lesson called livelihoods and the struggle of the urban workers. So lesson number here we are going to have on 19, textual page of 172. So in the previous class we have been saw about the synopsis, the introduction of the lesson. So in this regard we will be going to have a look on the complete in detail about the lesson as we taught. Lesson number 19. Livelihood and struggle of urban workers. Livelihood and struggle of urban workers. So regarding this lesson, regarding how we have been so about what is meant by livelihood. Livelihood is what the support of, basically it goes to the money. Struggle, what aspect they are doing, and related to that one about the workers in the urban areas, basically cities and towns. So in this regard, now the first involves quite involves the purple color one. We are just going to get it started. So in the chapter 9, we read about the workers in a paper mill, whose most paper mill workers were like they get high wages, bonus means extra share, profit the company has been getting, the extra payment they will be going to keep, that is called as bonus. Provident fund means PF, the saving the amount for the future, and other allowances, benefits. They also get healthcare and housing facilities. Such workers constitute only a small section of the workers in India. We also learned about the other kinds of workers in the same paper mill, that is about Umar and Pushpa, who get low wages and do not get any other allowances or facilities required for a decent living. Most workers in India are like Umar and Pushpa. In this chapter, we will learn about how and why workers negotiate with their employers for a decent life through their organizations and laws. We will also learn about an organization of work for those who work on their own. So in this lesson of 9th production in a paper factory mill. So in that regard, we have been saw about the different workers. Like the workers, it was of Anand, where he has been having a permanent job. He is getting PSI, medical facilities, housing facilities. Then at the same time, he also will get the bonus, paid leave. Other than that one, PF. All this is the Ananta has been getting because he is a permanent employee or been towards that paper mill. At the same time, we also saw about the Umar, Pushpa. They are like temporary workers or casual workers. According to when there is a work, they will get called. They need to do all the work. These all the beneficiaries, bonus, allowances, all they are we not going to get. In India, there are more like this Umar and Pushpa rather than towards the Anand. So in this time, in this country, Umar and Pushpa situations have been more. Due to that one, they sometimes they have the organizations, sometimes they work individually, sometimes in the company or in the organizations they do have the trade unions, that what we have been discussing yesterday, the glimpse I gave, what is nothing but a trade union. So some they have, some they do not have. Regarding that one, they also may have what law is being required for them, which department it deals. So different types of organization, trade unions, law, government is been helping out, labor department. In this overall aspect, we will be going to have a complete detailed look with the two examples, two case studies about the factories where the person is been going to work, how the working hours, payments, all in detail about this one. So once everyone just refer your 9th lesson, I'll just show you the 9th lesson out. Just you can have a re-look about this 9th lesson, the production in a paper mill, the factory, what they have been working. So this is what your 9th lesson. Production in a factory, in a paper mill, here the raw material, all this about the this one factory out aspect. But here in the process making or chipping, here they used to work in the batches, all this one. Then next here in this aspect out, we will be going to have like here in this working in a paper mill about this factory. So some are regular workers, all this. So here they have been given the listed out name. Here the Suraj is a permanent worker. Then along with the same time he has been getting all the aspects. This is what about the workers. Then here one more aspect here is Chandu is not a permanent worker. Then he is a contract worker. Then women who will be coming here and working out. So all these this such kind of workers, the workers who have been working in a paper mill. So likewise, these are the different types of workers. In the 9th lesson, we have already been known about these types of the workers. So regarding this one now, we have been getting to know different types of workers in different companies, what it has been there, how it has been there. So all in detail now. We learned we have learned that the government makes laws in the interest of the people. Laws are also made to protect the welfare of the workers employed in fields, factories, private and government offices. Factories which are being properly registered with the government are being expected to follow these laws and provide better wages and other facilities required for workers. Government also have the labor departments which have the responsibility to ensure that these laws are followed. If the laws are not followed, workers can file cases in the courts. At the times, factories protect the welfare of the only a section of workers who are called the permanent workers or the regular workers, and those known as casual or contract workers are not looked after. So here about these workers, they will be having not only the other workers, we will be just talking about these workers. So workers, it comes under labor department. It comes under labor department. So in this labor department, the government the labor department takes the welfare of the people. The laws which is been going to make, like in the parliament or in the state assembly, the laws which is been made, it will be under for the welfare of the workers, like working hours, salaries payment, EF, basically ESI. Then provident fund, how much the salary need to be get deducted, what it will be get used. So all basically it goes with the complete workers for the welfare. And some companies or the factories or organizations or whatever it might be, if they follow the rules and regulations, the laws of the government, they'll do all the welfare activities in a proper manner. But in some cases, in some factories or organizations, only this such kind of benefits are being related to the permanent workers rather than the casual workers, contract or temporary workers. So it goes with the variations, like whether to whom to give, what to give, why not to give. So all it is about according to the companies, their will and wish to give. But actually in terms of the government, according to this labor department, it need to take care about the employees, the workers of the aspect. However, there are many factories which do not get properly registered with the government. Let us look at the condition of the workers in such factories closely. So here, just now I have been said, in some factories, in some aspect, very rarely some they follow. Other than that, only for the permanent workers, regular workers, they will be providing all this such kind of the beneficiaries according to the government laws procedure. But some companies, as they do not provide, they sometimes do not register also with the government this department. If they have been registered, means they need to provide all the basic necessary equipment. And in some cases, if they register also, only to the some kind of like permanent workers, regular workers, to them only they will provide. Other than that one, they have been not ready to take care about the workers in the companies, factories, or where they have been working on. So here we will be going to have a case study about such kind of companies in a closer look up. So case study about this case study about the factories. First one, working as permanent workers in factories. Fibrotex. We hear about working as a permanent worker. Working as a permanent worker in factory. So what is our factory here? This factory is a Fibrotex. The very first case study, here the worker who has been as a permanent worker in a factory of the Fibrotex. Read the following accounts of two factories in Kochi, which has been the new industrial town located about 30 kilometers from Hyderabad in Mahbubnagar district. This was recorded in 2002. So this is like a case study. For example, we have been showing here how these permanent workers have been treated in a factory. Fibrotex is not a real name. It's a large-scale factory producing fiberglass was set up in 1976. In 2002, out of 570 workers, 140 were the permanent workers, 60 were employed on a casual basis. They were called Badri workers. That is, they replaced permanent workers in case of their absence, and about 300 workers were employed daily on a contractual basis. So here in this Fibrotex company, it is about a glassware company. Glassware factory that was being set up in in 1976. Now, according to this 2002, according to this report of 2002 year, there were 570 total workers. So, how many workers here in this factory they are having? They are having 570 workers. So out of that 570, 140 are permanent workers. Then next 60 were being called as casual or badri. Basically, it goes with this one, replace worker. It goes with replace. Then next out of that one, 300 workers were all contractual workers. 300 are on contract basis. So here, out of there are how many total workers according to this 2002 report? There are 570 complete workers. Out of that, 140 are the permanent workers, 60 were the casual or badri, when they were replaced the workers, and 300 were contract workers. Contract workers means particularly for 1 week, 1 month, one particular year according to the work requirement. There has been an agreement between this company and between the employee, and basically employee and the employer. They do the contract. Within a period of contract, the person need to be get bounded to work for such kind of companies or being any kind of organization. So here 3, 4, 5. Now next here, out of the 570, 140, 200. Basically here they have been given the 500 criteria. Now the remaining, in this one they do not have the other aspect. Now here we'll see about the look about this permanent worker. A permanent worker cannot be dismissed without a proper procedure and the payment of compensation, while other workers they'll be going to have this one. So this permanent worker is being by the word only you can understand permanent till the person and workers get the required age to be get retired. Before that one, this such kind of factories or organization, they cannot remove him. If they want to remove him also, there should be the correct procedure, the correct like the thing which has been done wrong, that need to be get proved. In that case, they also need to give the compensation because they are before the term only they are removing that worker from the job. And the other one is buddy workers, contract workers, they can easily be get removed and they will be get substituted to that work. This factory was also had the trade union. Initially, it was set up with the encouragement of the company, which wanted a union that would be more agreeable to its policies. Soon the union developed into a strong workers' organization as workers participated in the union actively. It negotiated with the management to fix the wages, etc. So here, this Petrolex factory, it also been has the trade union. So what is this trade union? It goes with it's the workers' organization. Workers it's a workers organization. They'll be taking care about all the aspects about the workers. So all the workers get wages fixed through the agreement with the union and medical facilities through employee state insurance ESI and provident fund. The trade union secure other benefits also like health checkup in private hospitals, leave in case the workers become sick, safety wear in the work, educational allowances for the children, then safe drinking water in the factory, then convenience allowance, or at the same time also leave travel allowances LTA. So these all the things they are going to get provided for the permanent workers. So what are the beneficiaries here is it goes with the like benefits. So benefits it goes with ESI. Then next is PF, Provident Fund, then educational allowances, then paid leave, then next LTA, leave travel allowances. So all these is the benefits which is going to get provided to such kind of workers to this trade union. They also get loans from the company which needed and the company has also provided quarters for them to live in. The company also took interest in training workers who has been working for a long in the factory, sending them to foreign countries to improve the production quality. So sometimes what they have been doing, they also been trying to improve the skill. Like some persons they have been working for many years to uplift that one and to get the good production in the factory. They'll send to the other places to learn about that one, how it is for what. So all of that also they'll be provide the skill management courses for 3 months or for weekly trainings. So in this regard they'll also be do for what purpose they have been doing, because they want the company production and the quality to be get increased. The trade unions also make agreements with the factory owners to regularize contract laborers after a definite period of work. So here this trade union the workers, they also do with the contract like for 1 year or 6 months according to the time requirement. They'll also be going to get changed, like for what purpose it is, how it is being going to be get changed as well. Like before the end of the period of time, the new person needs to be get appointed. They'll have a talk, the trade union leaders and the company's owners. The trade union of Petrolex was quite active in the town as well. This helped them many small trade unions in other factories to grow their bargaining power with their employers. So here this trade union is very active in Petrolex factory. They have been negotiated, they'll talk to this Petrolex management, the owners, what it is, how it is, or what all it is. And it's also been playing an important role toward the small trade unions. They have been becoming an example like how the work it should get negotiated between to get the powers, to get the wages on behalf of all the workers with the government and the employees. They seek to ensure proper wages, other benefits, and decent working conditions for their members. Collectively, with their member workers, they secure social security, social benefits, medical facilities, house, provident funds, pension for working. If any worker is harassed or is in need of help, the trade union take up his or her cause. Unions allow variety of measures like negotiations, filing cases in the law courts, and even strikes or stoppage of work to pressurize the employer in democratic principles. So, what is the aim of this trade union? Is the workers' organization. These workers, they will negotiate between the employer who had been appointed. Like in a factory or company, if any worker is suffering, if he is really facing she's been getting harassed, or the payment they are not doing, or something or other, they will form together. Already it is an organization. On her or his behalf, the union leader will talk with the employer and try to get solution to that particular problem. And if their demands are not going to get fulfilled, or if it isn't going, so sometimes they will go this bus strikes, bus union leaders, then auto drivers union, they will go with the strikes, complete stop of the work, and sometimes they will do the dharna, sometimes they will do all the basically the other aspects in a democratic peaceful manner to attain the solution, to get the solution to their problems in a peaceful manner. Here next, the details of the worker salaries in 2002 in a Febrotex has been given. So permanent worker, his salary is from rupees 4,500 to 10,000 per month, and this buddy worker, casual workers, 3,000 to 4,000. Next, to contract for the casual workers, rupees 58 per day for 8 hours. So here, this they have been working up. Available only to the 140 permanent workers and 360 workers called buddy contract workers will get the low salaries along with the PF and ESI. So what are all these benefits it has been said? No, all this has been going to get to the permanent worker, and this buddy workers, contract workers, they will be going to get paid very less. Only they are going to get this ESI, medical facilities, insurance, and provident fund. Other than that one, they are not going to get any other beneficiaries. So here they have been given out the 3 inbox questions. So what is the difference between a permanent worker and a buddy worker? So what is the difference between permanent and the buddy worker? Second one, calculate the difference of the monthly salary of a permanent worker and a casual worker. So here on the previous page they have been given the salary about the permanent worker and about the buddy worker. You need to make a difference how much they are going to getting the differences between this permanent worker and the casual worker in a monthly aspect. So here this is what inviting of the factory worker, about not only why you been get invited in your family, in your parents, only you just need to get clarified. You need to answer to whom you have been getting this ESI and PF, which they are working, whether they have been getting or not in this regard. So just now we have been discussed about this blue color inbox, the trade union. Here this is about the trade union they have been given out, and this is the salary, the table, the salaries between permanent, badly, contract or the casual workers. And at the same time we have been discussed about this inbox questions. These 3 inbox questions, what basically we have been discussed similarities and differences, and worker who has been getting this ESI or the PF. So in tomorrow's class we will be just going to have a look on the case study about the other factory, that is KRS factory, and also we will be going to have a look on the construction workers, basically the workers who have been working in the construction sites or the producing. This is about the workers who has been migrated from rural areas to the urban areas, what the problems they have been facing, how they have been come, what way they survive. So all in detail about these 2 case studies will be going to get discussed in tomorrow's class. Thank you.